Hey everyone, yeah, it's been a while since I've done a video and it's been an interesting, I don't know, it's been about 3 weeks or so. So last time I spoke, we were pretty close to having a DA on this place that I'm here at, which is our little townhouse development site. We basically had all the paperwork done. We'd had a pre-lodgement meeting with the council. Our planner at the council was really positive about what we're up to, gave us a little bit of feedback on just a couple of tweaks on the plans. They weren't actually tweaks about what we were doing, but more just how we portrayed it in the plans. The only thing we were waiting on was having a chat to the neighbours, which were this place here, because a little bit of our excavation goes onto their yard, and actually excavation, more like fill. It actually makes their yard a little flatter and makes it better for drainage than what it is now. So it's a win-win for them. Plus, you know, we're doing a new fence down between us, so there's a few upsides for them. We were talking to them. That was going to be our last thing before we lodged. And I was in Sydney speaking at a conference on high income strategies and affordable housing stuff and rooming houses, what we call communal residences down here, micro apartments, that sort of stuff. I was representing Tasmania, talking about our planning scheme and the opportunities here. And while I was there, it became really clear that this project is not going to go ahead with the joint venture partner that I now have. So due to reasons kind of beyond her control, there's no money left to really do this project. So we have a house, we have all the plans, we're ready to lodge a DA. We have a extra block of land next door, which is, you know, really making this a little bit more of a lucrative deal, and no cash to go ahead. So our other joint venture project, which is the Subdivision, pretty quickly had an investor and a friend of his step in and basically say, look, we've got cash, we want to finish that project. So the Subdivision will go ahead. We're just getting the new joint venture agreement set up and the figures set up at the moment. But this project, I'm sad to say, will sit still for a while. I'm a bit 50-50 on how I proceed, whether I go out and find more joint venture partners, or another one or two possibly, or whether I cash in some of my own investment property and purchase it out myself. That's what I'm leaning towards now. It's not the dearest property in the world, and there is the possibility of doing it staged. So our DA application actually had this foreshadowed that we would possibly do the development in stages. And there's a really natural break in the fact that the house reno and the two townhouses behind make a really nice 3-pack. And we just short fence the block, stop the driveway at an expansion joint line and move on. And then once they're sold off, maybe 6 months later, during the next sort of nice dry building season, so outside winter, we build the second group, which is another 2 up the back. It's a 2-bedroom and a 3-bedroom. And once again, stop the driveways at expansion joints and leave the extra block fenced off and sell those off. And then do the last 2, which are the 2 nice big 3-bedrooms. And the nice thing about that is the best product, or the most expensive product, is the last one finished. It goes into an established development and they'll sell really well. The 2-bedroom product maybe will take a little bit of a hit on because it'll be part of an ongoing development. There's a cost overhead with redoing the strata slightly here and there, but it's actually becoming more and more common here, so it's not that abnormal. And the cost overhead's not that high when you compare it to the holding costs of having a debt on the full build, which is, you know, well over $1 million worth of build. Whereas if you just do the first bit, you're financing a lot less. Plus you're also paying residential finance rates. Plus there was another upside. Residential finance rates. Yeah, anyway, I can afford to do it on my own, which is the nice thing. Yeah, so I feel pretty bit sad for my joint venture partner. Basically, she's in a pretty, she's been, you know, hurt quite a bit financially, not by these projects, but rather by where the money has gone. Yeah, so what do you do? So anyway, it's been a bit of a downer. Nice to see the Subdivision kind of coming ahead, about sort of early next year we should have the product on the market and selling. The new joint venture partner who's come in has a friend coming in with him who is a bit of a marketing person, has experience in Tasmania, has experience in branding. Subdivision's just finished one herself down the East Coast, so he's asked to involve her a bit, which I'm quite comfortable with. So it'll be interesting sort of how we position that and how that sells. So yeah, what do you do? Hey, one last thing, and I keep forgetting this. If you like this video, if you found it interesting, click the like button down there, one of those two. Subscribe to our channel, check it out. Yeah, you get notifications if we put videos up. They just show up on YouTube. And, you know, comment, tell me what you think. Tell me what I'm missing, tell me what I'm covering, what you're interested in hearing about. Have a good day, people. Take it easy.